I don't know why I like that so much. Anyways, we're live. Hello. Um, this is to make up for the live stream that I missed yesterday. Um, yesterday, well, this past weekend was a busy weekend. We had a funeral, and yesterday I had a headache and I slept on my neck funny, and it was hard to even go like this. So I took it easy yesterday. I ended up taking a bubble bath and then laying with a heating pad. It still hurts a little bit today, but I can actually move. Like right there it hurts, but it is what it is. You enter your 30s and you sleep wrong and your entire body hurts. So that's cool. I have the forest room code scrolling at the bottom if you want to plant a tree with me. Today I am hoping to get to do some new words, but I am brainstorming, trying to figure out some scenes for the romantasy. Michelle is here. Hello, welcome. Crinks in the neck suck. Yeah. Like, if I have a crink anywhere else, fine, I'll deal with it. But the neck, you don't realize how much you actually use your neck on a daily basis until the day it comes where it hurts. Also, my hair is drooping. These were all the way up here, and by the end of the stream, they might even fall all the way out. That's fine. That's cool. My son's not a big fan of this hairstyle, apparently. Whatever. So I'll be working on the romantasy tonight. Kelly is here. Hello, Kelly. What are you reading? I'm going to be working on the romantasy. I've got my notebook. I've done a lot of characterization brainstorming today with Katrina, who will be with us later. She's got to make dinner and eat and whatnot, and then she'll be coming on to do some work. But I've done some characterization on both of my main characters, Oren and Rosalind, and I'm liking the changes that I'm making. So there's that. And I just want to do a little bit of plotting and outlining before I dive head in and get lost and escape to this world, which is really what I am needing at this point and what I'm really looking forward to. But in order to not get stuck, I want to try and outline some scenes. I'm starting The Drowning Woman by Robin Harding. I've heard really good reviews. Nice. You'll have to let me know how you like it. I think, what's the last book I finished? The last book I finished, I believe, is Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer, I think is her name. Really, really enjoyed that. I feel like it was a fresh take and a cozy kind of style to a fantasy romance. And then I also recently finished My Life in Shambles by Karina Halley, and that takes place in Ireland, and I read that specifically this month because it took place in Ireland for St. Paddy's Day. And I'm currently reading, what am I currently reading? A Candy Steiner novel. I want to say it's called Watch Your Mouth. It's a hockey romance. And then I'm probably going to be starting Half a Soul. Half a Soul. It's a green cover with scissors on the front. I don't remember the author's name, but I recently bought that at Barnes & Noble. And that's the one that my son picked up for me to read. So I'll be starting that at some point this week. Kate, hello, my friends. Time to get some writing done. I'll refill my tea before we start. Yes, I've got my tea and my water right there. Got my index cards. I'm gonna try the index card scene way. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know how I'm going to outline this. I don't know if I'm going to do index cards or if I'm just going to do it in a Word doc or both, or I don't know. But yeah, we're going to start the first sprint in about 2 minutes. So you have 2 minutes to plant a tree with me if you want to join in on that. Also, I took a look earlier at the responses for the survey for the Choose Your Own Adventure brainstorming experiment that we're doing. And I think we're up to 15 responses. I'm going to double check right now. Yes, we have 15 responses and it's super exciting. I am going to post a video later this week. Either that or I'll put a note in it in my next writing vlog, which I'm almost done with. I should have it up tomorrow, about this survey, and that the last day to enter in a response for the survey will be on Saturday, because for one of the live streams on Saturday or on Sunday, we will go over the results and put together some brainstorming for it. I'm super excited for this. So if you haven't submitted your response for the survey and you want to join in on the Choose Your Own Adventure brainstorming experiment that we're doing, it is linked down below, as well as the introductory video is linked down below as well. I'm super excited to look at that and everything. It's so much fun. I'm like so excited to do this. I think it's going to be a fun project for us. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and start the tree. And we are going to start the sprint. I will see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. And that was the first sprint. How did we do? I'm going to set up a new forest room real quick, and then we'll get to the comments. Okay, the next room code is 3A F7W4 YSG. 3AF 7W4YSG. Perfect. That is scrolling at the bottom. If you want to plant a tree with me, we're going to go with the jacaranda. Okay. I wrote down 2 scenes and marked them with which character they are. And then I started watching one of Bethany Atazada's videos on formatting a novel because I think I want to try and draft in Word. I want to try, I think. We'll see. Michelle's excited to see the results. Yes, I'm excited to go over the results. I am hoping that there will be some more responses soon, just so that we can like really get a really cool idea of where this story is going. But I am really excited about this project. Nikki is here. Hello, Nikki. Okay, that was great. Done with the chapter 1 I was working on and started the new chapter that was part of the plot hole I have been working on. I'm a pantser trying to plot. Totally understand. I am a plantser. I do a lot of discovery during like a 0 draft, which is essentially like a very long outline, I feel like. And totally get that. Plot holes, I feel like every type of writer will go through it. Ren is here. Hi. I had to reread what I had already written to get started. Ended up deleting words before added more, so -10 this round. That's okay though. That's totally okay. I feel like we've all done it. I have done that a lot too. And I always have to reread what I had already written, like at least the last scene that was written, because otherwise I don't know how. It just helps me get back into the world. I worked on the last bit of day 2 of HB90. Oh my gosh, it's already HB90 time, isn't it? Well, I'll be doing that at some point this week. I'm so behind. Yes, plantser. I like this new word. I heard it, I want to say like 4-ish years ago. I forget where the first time I heard it. But yeah, I know I'm not a full-on pantser. I cannot write from the seat of my pants. It scares the absolute living hell out of me. But I also don't do a heavy plotting type of thing. Like, if Katrina was here, she would say that I do a lot of heavy plotting, but I don't consider myself a plotter because I don't plot it to like the nitty-gritty. I plot what I can, and then I kind of like discover as I write that, and then I don't also always know exactly what scenes I am going to be writing, but I do have a general idea of where the story is going. Just how I get there is what I am like discovery writing with. So I don't consider myself a plotter. I do a lot of plotting things, but I feel like I'm definitely in the middle of it. I am also a plantser. Nice. I think there's a lot of us, to be perfectly honest. um, like if Katrina was here, she'd say that this is total plotter behavior, which it is. But this is just helping me figure out where to take the story or a possible route to take the story. And who knows, this may not even actually happen. But yeah. I'm also these are also just like the romancing the beat beats and the save the cat beats. And I'm like differentiating that with the different colors. Like this one is actually two scenes, or no, it's two beats in one scene. And then this one is just romancing the beat. And this one will be just save the cat. So I'm trying, this is new for me. I should probably record some of it for my vlog, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I don't consider myself a full-on plotter because I feel like a lot of the things I do are closer to like the pantser side. Nikki, has anyone ever heard of something called stream etiquette? I have not. I don't know what that is. Um, I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh, so with this new draft of the new version of the Romantasy, which is now being called Project Amethyst, I think I'm gonna try drafting through Microsoft Word and doing like different styles so that I can like do like a like the heading style so that I can just click from chapter to chapter and see how that works. Um because we all know that I've been struggling with the drafting of things lately, and maybe I just need to switch gears and try something else. Um so I'm going to try that. And I might just start off with like doing like maybe some like bullet outlining. So like yeah, I don't know. Michelle, I'm sure it exists, but haven't heard of anyone actually mentioning it. Ren, I do something similar with index cards. I showed you a little pic. I did see the pic. I think I hearted it. I like to brainstorm scene ideas, then use the cards to visualize where they fit the beats. Yeah, I probably should have started with just writing out scenes and then figuring out, but I went ahead and at least wrote out all of the romancing the beats, and it's just blank on the other side. So we'll see how that works. It's probably smarter to just write out the scene and then figure out where they fall into a certain beat. But it is what it is. Um but I think with the next sprint, I'm gonna start like outlining in Microsoft Word and just like go scene by scene and do like a bullet outline type of thing. So like there's just bullet points of what occurs in that scene. Um, and then go back and write that scene later on and delete the bullet points. We'll see how that works. Nikki, any tips for writing a romance with a muscle male MC and a curvy female? Like, what kind of tips are you wanting for that? Oh man, I'm tired. We are going to start the next sprint in the next minute or two. So last call on if you want to plant a tree with me. The forest room code is scrolling at the bottom. I'm not sure, lol. I just want to write a book about a muscle male and see who falls in love with a curvy girl and see. I'm not sure what kind of tips you're looking for. Um, but I am totally on board for reading a story with these characters. I feel like there's not enough curvy girls in the books that we read. I feel like they all fall into, I mean, I'm guilty of this too. They all fall into a certain stereotype, I feel like. Um, but I'm all for more curvy girls. That's why I want to write it. Yep, I totally get that. I think the majority of my problem is I don't focus a lot on descriptions. I kind of let the reader form their own interpretation of the character. But it could also be because I haven't gotten to the point where I need to like revise a draft and add more description. Look up popular romance tropes and go from there. Maybe a story idea will come to you. I read a book recently that had a curvy female main character, and it wasn't mentioned until way later in the book. That's crazy. That's crazy that it wasn't mentioned sooner. Because by that point, the reader already has an idea in their own mind or in their mind about what this character looks like. And then you go and add that. And I feel like that just is a disconnect for the reader. But that could just be me. Good idea. All right, we're going to go ahead and start the next sprint. I feel like it's been, yeah, it's been at least 10 minutes. Yeah, I feel like it would just be a disconnect. I'm shocked that it wasn't mentioned until later in the book. I feel like it should have been mentioned within like the first 5 chapters. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. Should she be a strong female character or should she be a bit insecure? What are you leaning more towards? Like what seems to draw you more? I say go with your gut feeling because usually those are the correct answers. All right, we're going to go ahead and start this sprint. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the start for the tree. And I will see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. Okay, and that was that sprint. How did we do? Oh my goodness. The screens are so bright when I take off the blue light filter glasses. It's crazy. Okay, let me set up a new room code. The new room code is 4FXMY2WSG. 4FXMY2WSG. That is now scrolling on the bottom if you want to plant a tree with me. And to the comments. Lots of comments. Okay. People have good points that it's kind of annoying to have a strong female main character. She should have problems that she's working on, but then again, I don't want to have her rely on the male to be the reason she changes. Totally get that. But then I don't want her to be like, I'm so confident in being a curvy girl, because that's kind of annoying too. Well, she can still be strong and still have insecurities. I consider myself a strong person, but I am full of insecurities as well. So I think you can have both. I don't know how to make her layered. Opposites attract and forbidden love. Do you think I can combine those two? Yeah, absolutely. I think those could work together. Devin is here. Hello, Devin. I'm here to plan my tomorrow. Yes. Also, if you guys didn't see, Devin posted the live stream that she was on earlier today in the Discord, talking about the AuthorTube writing conference that will be happening at the end of June, correct? So definitely go check that out. And yeah, I agree that opposites attract and forbidden romance work together. I love a good opposites attract. Sure, you can combine a lot of tropes. The more the merrier, I say. I agree. I'm pretty sure in my contemporary romance there's like 5 tropes that I combine. Let me see. Let's see. I have like 2 or 3 character tropes per main character. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 story tropes. So like the first book in the contemporary romance series that I'm working on, the female main character is a heroine in hiding. She's also kind of like a lone wolf, and she's a bookworm. And then the male main character, he's an alpha hero and he's a protector, and he's also got the woodsman / lumberjack character trope. And then the story tropes I have first are small town, age gap, forced proximity, and workplace. So you can definitely combine lots of tropes if they call to you. And I feel like you're able to connect any trope with each other. But yeah. Ren got 321 words that round. Yes. Hi, Comet. But yeah, going back to the tropes, I feel like you can combine a bunch of different tropes together and they could work. And I feel like that's kind of I feel like that's kind of part of the challenge that us as writers have to do, is how do we make things original and sometimes you wouldn't see a certain trope with another trope, and sometimes that's just how you make it original. Devin, my book 2 is Forced Proximity, Arranged Marriage. Book 3 will have one bed. Yes. I love that. Also, I recently purchased your first book, so I'm going to be reading it soon. It literally got delivered, I think, yesterday or Saturday. Sometime this past weekend. And I love the cover in person. It's so pretty. Elise Thompson has almost all the tropes in her books. They're hilarious. Ooh, I'm going to have to look that up because that sounds like fun. I also love when you can go to an author's website and they will list the books out by trope. I always find that really interesting. Of course. It sounds amazing. And I want to read your little tidbits on your Discord. There is the word. So I wanted to read the first book first. So I'm so excited. And yes, I actually was doing, I mentioned it in my, I have it right here. I mentioned it in my earlier vlog. I have to figure out how I want to do it, but I'm really excited. So yes, I do have it. And I love that it's undated because I feel like it'll work a lot better for me. I got distracted with food. That's okay. I get distracted with food all the time. I love food. But yeah, I didn't get much done during that sprint because I've been going through fonts and trying to figure out what fonts I want to use. But I think I'm using that as a procrastination tactic. So I think I'm just going to pick like 1 or 2 fonts right now and just go with that. Because I was like changing the styles and whatnot, but I feel like I will just worry about that later. Because otherwise I might just get stuck on this. What planner did you get? Devin had this undated complete weekly vertical by Aura Estelle, and it was like an Annie Plans. What is the word I'm looking for? Compilation. A collaboration. I knew it was a C word I was looking for. It was a collaboration between Aura Estelle and Annie Plans Printables. And I think Aura Estelle is the planner company, and Annie Plans was the design of the inside pages. And it's basically a blank page and then the months, and it's all undated. And so all the months are in the front. And then when you get to the weekly, as soon as I get there, it's again blank in a blank page spread, and then an undated weekly that's very similar to the Hobonichi Techo cousin. And then after that, it's another blank page, so you can do like a dashboard before each week or something, and then another weekly. And then after the weekly, there are a bunch of blank pages, not enough for like an entire year's worth of like dailies, but I feel like enough to where I can just like play around with possibly doing a daily thing. But I'm excited to try this out and see if it works for me. I definitely think the undated portion is going to be my saving grace, just because some weeks I just forget. Um, you know? And then I feel, like, really, really bad when I have a few weeks or months that are completely blank, and then I feel like the planner is just, unusable. And I was thinking about buying a new Hobonichi cousin, and I really didn't feel like spending 60 bucks on it without even thinking if I was going to be using it continuously. And Devin had that lying around and it was completely undated and asked if I wanted to try it out. So I'm going to try it out and hopefully it works. But yeah. So I'll probably do some of that tomorrow while since my kids are off school. And who knows what else I'll be able to accomplish. Let's see. Yes, I agree. I'm super excited to try it out. Um My goodness. It was collecting dust for almost 2 years. I totally understand this. I have so many, right down here, I have so many Erin Condren planners that for some reason, almost every single year, when the new theme for the Erin Condren planners comes out, I end up buying like 3 or 4 planners because I don't know which planner I want to work on or like work in. And it's usually like, between the teacher planner, the regular EC vertical, and then the daily duo. And I really want daily to work for me, but I don't like their layout for the daily duo because it's like all like it's so much to do with like the daily schedule where I want more of like a plain Jane where I can like put in like a huge like to-do list type thing. So I don't like how they have more than half the page of it being just like the hourly schedule for the day, because I don't need that currently. Um, and so I don't like their daily duo, yet I keep trying it out. And I need to stop doing it. I have so many pages of AC notebooks or planners that I need to just like kind of turn into a notebook so that I can at least use the paper and it doesn't go to waste. Um, ugh, it's so annoying. So annoying. I know I'm not the only one who does this, but like, ugh. Oh my god, changing subjects. Have any of you watched Damsel on Netflix? No, but I saw the trailer I think a month ago. Immediately put it on like the remind me or something. So it's on my watch list right now. When I saw the trailer, for some reason I thought it was going to be a TV show, but it's a movie, right? I'm gonna have to watch it soon because it looks so good and I feel like the story is so cool. I really, really like the concept of it. So I cannot wait to watch it. Did you watch it already? This past weekend I actually started binging The Rookie, which is like a police procedural TV show with Nathan Fillion. I'm a big Nathan Fillion fan, and started watching it, and then my husband kind of got hooked on it, and then my kids were watching it with me yesterday, and I kid you not, like I can't watch it without them. And I'm like, okay, this was supposed to be my show to watch whenever I could. And now I'm stuck having to wait to watch it with them. And so then last night I started Castle because I still wanted to watch Nathan Fillion, but I couldn't watch The Rookie because I need to wait for the husband and the kids to watch it with me, which is annoying, but that's okay. Let's see. It's a movie. I thought it was okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought it was a TV show. I totally thought it was going to be a series and not just a movie. And it was so good. Oh, I need to watch it this week then. I don't know when I'll watch it, but it's gonna happen sometime this week. Oh, I love Castle. Castle is one of my favorite shows. I actually told Katrina that she needs to watch it. I just love the concept of Castle so much. Oh, I love it. I mean, the main character's a writer. I remember, so Joe and I watched Castle. I think we started watching the first season when like the first 4 seasons were out. And it was one of the things that we watched while we were like dating. So like whenever I would come over, we would make dinner and we would watch a couple of episodes of Castle and hang out and whatnot. And then we like finally got caught up to like in real time. So then we would like record it. And I remember when I heard that it got canceled and they weren't like given anything to do like a wrap up for like they weren't given like the green light to have another season to just wrap everything up. So they had to quickly wrap things up at the end of the last season. And we both hated how it ended and how rushed it felt. And I really wish that they would have at least done like what Warehouse 13 did. If anyone watched Warehouse 13 on Sci-Fi, it was also one of our favorites when we were dating. But they at least had like a 5 or 6 episode wrap up season to wrap everything up, because if they had ended it before those last 6 episodes for like the next season, it would have left on a cliffhanger and nobody would have liked that. I don't remember how they ended it for Warehouse, but I don't think I liked it. But I could be mistaken because it's been so long since I've seen the ending of Warehouse. Warehouse 13, Eureka! Yes, Eureka was another one. I loved those 2 shows. I've never watched Haven, though. Ideas are now coming to my brain. Army guy and a girl in a wheelchair that's curvy. Opposites attract and hate to love. Love it. Go with it. Absolutely. Devin loves it too. We're gonna start the next sprint in a minute or 2. So last call on if you want to plant a tree with me. Devin, I'm glad you know what I'm talking about when it comes to Warehouse 13 and Eureka. I have people to talk about it. I feel like not a lot of people know about it, those shows. And I loved those shows. Actually, over the weekend, we were talking about them. We were talking about Warehouse 13 because during one of the Rookie episodes, Felicia Day comes on and she plays a character in, I think, both Warehouse 13 and Eureka, right? I think she's in both of them. And so as soon as we saw her, which she's also in Supernatural, she plays a pretty prominent character in there. But as soon as we saw her on The Rookie, Joe's like, we need to do a rewatch of Warehouse 13. I'm like, I agree. Let's do it. I enjoyed the ending of Warehouse 13 better than The Librarians. I don't remember how it ended. I haven't finished The Librarians yet. So this makes me nervous about the ending of The Librarians. Have you watched any of the movies or just the TV show of The Librarians? And yes, I'm so excited for the new season of Leverage Redemption. I started a rewatch of the first two new seasons, I guess, of the Redemption one, and I love that show. I love the original. I'm so glad the majority of the original cast came back for Redemption, and this is such a good show. I love Leverage. Okay, I figured I thought she was in both. I loved the crossovers are just so much fun. I know the movies came first. I started watching the show maybe in 2019. And then I never finished it. I think I saw the first full season and got distracted. And then I think last like October or November, I saw that the movies were available on Freevee, I think. I don't know, somewhere on Amazon. I think it was part of the Freevee portion of Amazon. And I started watching it, but then I think it was like at 10 o'clock at night and I ended up falling asleep and then I forgot to finish watching it. So, yeah, I'm terrible. um, you were so excited when the series came out. Do you like the movies better than the series, or do you like the series minus the ending? Ugh. I'm so tired. I am so glad my daughter doesn't have school tomorrow because I get to turn off my alarms and sleep in if the kids allow me to. But knowing her, she's going to be up at like 6:30 because she doesn't have school. Because that's just how it works. She doesn't want to wake up when she does have school. But when she doesn't have school and she can sleep in, she hardly ever sleeps in. It's about my bedtime. Thanks for the sprints. Happy writing, everyone. Bye, Ren. Thanks for joining us for a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and start this next sprint. I am starting the tree now and clicking the timer. I'll see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. Okay, and that's that sprint. How did we do? Um, I was working with a like template that I downloaded for like a manuscript format, and it was pissing me off. So I just did a new Microsoft Word document, and I am setting my own up. I was hoping the template would, make my life easier, and it didn't, like at all. So I'm going back to basics, apparently. All right, let's go ahead and create a new room for planting a tree. And that new code is 56QSJ93SG. 56QSJ93SG. Perfect. That is scrolling at the bottom of the screen if you want to plant a tree with me. And to the comments. Let's see. Here we go. Oh shoot, did I share my newsletter in the group? I have a snippets poll in it. I don't think so. Jen is here. Hi Jen, welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, so once I get this figured out and set up, I'm going to get going on the bullet point outlining. Which we'll see if that helps me with this draft. Ugh. When you guys are writing like chapter so and so, do you write out the number or do you use just like the number in alone? Jen asks how Devin is. Devin is busy. Jen, I just added up junk for taxes and I started a math class online today. I kind of want to jump off a cliff. I feel this. Math is not my favorite at all. I write it out. Okay, that's what I've been doing, but I've seen it both ways, and I was just curious, what you guys prefer. Ew, math. Agreed. I'm not, like, terrible in math. It does take me longer than, most people probably just because math is not my strong suit. I shouldn't say it's not my strong suit because I'm not terrible at it. And I always did like decently in math class. Um it's just not my favorite thing. As to where like Joe can do very intense math problems in his head alone and I don't know how he does it. I need to write everything out for math. It's such a basic class and I'm going to struggle. I'm sorry. Math is just not fun. I have heard, though, that if you are more of a person who leans towards, like, the literature, um, that you're not always the best in math, and if you're really great in math, you don't really do the greatest in literature. I've heard that, and I kind of agree with it for the most part. Like, I'm not saying I'm terrible at math. It just takes me longer, and I don't prefer it. I have to help my son with 8th grade math. I refer with Google often. When it comes to math, and if the kids need help, I will refer them to Joe because he is like a math whiz. I mean, I guess he kind of has to be since he's an engineer. So, I'm going slow and trying to understand the steps. And the other problem with math is that they keep changing the way to do math. Like, I look at some of my daughter's math problems and I'm like, this is not how we learned it. So I don't know how to like teach her because I feel like I need to go through the same stuff that she's going through in order for me to help her because I was taught completely differently. And like, it sucks. I'll pass on the numbers. My daughter is great at math, so she can step in if needed. That's awesome. Let me tell you that OutSchool has been amazing online at-home tutoring. Ooh, nice. Yeah, Common Core. Like, why do they keep changing Common Core? Like, it's completely different nowadays than when I learned it dinosaur ages ago. Common Core sucks. I just I hate that they keep changing things. And, like, she has to just and she's not even, like, in any, like, hard math classes yet because she's only in 1st grade, but even then, it's different from when I was in 1st grade, so how I learned how to do what she's doing right now is so different, and she's like, "Well, can I, how do I do this?" I'm like, girl, I don't know how to teach you the way that you're taught in school. That's why I refer to Google, I don't understand what they want." Yeah, like and I feel like a lot of the times it takes longer for the way that they're doing it nowadays than it did when we were kids. And I think I heard that, the Common Core now shows them a little bit more of an understanding of how to get the answer as opposed to when we learned when we were kids. We don't really show a whole lot and, or it's not explained well on how we got that answer. We just knew that's how you get the answer. But still, time is money. Money is time. And the longer it takes you to do something, don't e Ugh. Our governor in Florida banned Common Core. Thank you. I'll vote for him any day. Plus, he put in to get rid of daylight savings time. Yes, why are we still doing daylight savings time? Like, I hate, hate having to lose an hour in the springtime. Like, this past week sucked because my body was trying to get back into the swing of things, but it doesn't do that when we gain the hour back in the fall. I've been never had problems with that. It's always when we lose the hour of sleep. I don't think we do Common Core in California either. I honestly don't know. They're teaching multiplying and dividing fractions with models and pictures now. Interesting. Common Core is mathematical theory. I'll take memorizing it. Yes. California does Common Core, but they keep changing it. I feel like that's how Illinois is, I think. I'm not really sure though. It never helped with math with mine. I'm hopeless. Plus, she's in college now and hasn't taken math yet. Same. Why can't we go 6 months of each? It's so stupid. Are we talking about the daylight savings? I don't know. I honestly, I don't feel like we need it anymore. Um, sorry, got a random message from a friend. Um, I don't feel like we need to change the clocks anymore because they started doing it so that they could get more daylight for, like, the farmers. But we have electricity now, and we can utilize that a lot more. Like, we don't need to utilize the daylight as much. Um, I also am a night owl, so if it's darker, I don't care. Like, I'll take it. Area models for multi-digit multiplications. We, I'm lost. Yes, daylight savings time. Yeah, and then also, like, I hate that I think it's Arizona that doesn't change anything. So, I think I always get confused, like, what time is it in Arizona right now? So, it's currently 7:30 in Phoenix, but it's 8:30 in Navajo County. What? Okay, now I'm confused. Hawaii doesn't do daylight savings either. Okay. So, let's see. Daylight savings time map. Because I know Arizona is one of those states that doesn't change, and so now I'm 3 hours ahead of my mom who lives in Hawaii instead of 2. Yeah, and I think let's see, my cousin lives in Tempe, Arizona, and it's 7:30 currently, Mountain Standard Time, or let's see. Yeah, because Mountain Standard should be 8:30 right now, right? They're 1 hour behind me, but Arizona is 2 hours now, so they're the same as Pacific Standard for me, and, it's complicated. Like, why can't we all just do the same thing? Either we don't do it at all, or we all do it. Because it makes me complicated. And then I don't know if any of you saw a TikTok that went around, but they were showing like the different time zones for Australia and like the daylight savings time zones versus the not in daylight savings time. And the way that they have it is even wonkier than the US because it's like north and south are different. It's so wonky. I wonder if I can find it. Australia time zone map. So, like, it's so strange. Let me share this real quick. So, like, this side, it would be like 8 o'clock, and then this side would be 9:30, and then this side during one of the um here's can we see do you see the mouse? No, we don't see the mouse, do we? Anyways, and then there's it's just wonky. It's wonky. Like, this is why? Why? I don't know why. Drives me nuts. Exactly. We either all do it or we don't do it at all, and I would prefer not doing it at all. That's just my 2 cents. Yeah, I saw a TikTok about it and I'm like, "Why is that a thing?" Like, it makes sense, like, west to east and vice versa, but, like, north to south, like, why is that different? Because it's the same, like, I don't know. It makes absolutely no sense to me at all. Anyways, last call on if you want to plant a tree with me. It is We're gonna start it in the next minute or 2. I would prefer gaining an hour. Same. So, like, if they're gonna do something about it, let us at least gain our hour back in the fall and then start fresh new next year and not do it at all. That's what I would prefer. I wanna gain our hour back in November, and then I don't wanna ever lose it again. Oh, man. Anywho. Oh, man. I am yawning a lot. I think I'm gonna take my contacts out when we start this sprint. I also have to go grab the dog from outside. Um, yep, exactly. Yeah, like, give us our hour back and then take it away. Like, or not take the hour away, but take daylight saving time away. Like, I don't want it. Alrighty, we're gonna start this next sprint. I'm starting the tree now and starting the timer. I will see you guys back in 25 minutes. Okay, and that was that sprint. How did we do? I swear, dog, you were good the entire time. And now you're going to be all crazy? You're going to be all crazy now that I'm talking and I'm live? Oh my goodness. Are you trying to say hello? Are you trying to say hello? You going to come say hi? Okay, good talk. No, go lay down. Oh, anyways, let me set up a new... Hey, get out of the trash. Crazy girl. Let me set up a new forest room for... Really? Such a pain in the butt. Storm, I swear. New forest room code is 54KGUSKSG. 54KGUSKSG. Perfect. If you want to plant a tree with me, it is down below, scrolling. And I'm getting there with the template on Microsoft Word. What are you doing? Oh my goodness, sorry. Storm is going crazy. Devin left during the last sprint. And Michelle's laughing at Storm because Storm is lucky she's cute. She's a big pain in the butt. Anyways. I think I want this to be center. We're gonna do Bookman. Yeah, we'll do that. And odd page will be center and project amethyst and Bookman. There we go. Oh wait, I still needed to do the footers. Okay, perfect. There we go. Michelle actually wrote this sprint, 308 words. Yay! I guess I kind of wrote. I'm at 149 words in my document, but my document being like I'm setting up, if we can see this. Yeah, we're gonna stick with this. So I have my title page, and then I have each chapter. Oh, this is difficult to do. And then that's what I have so far. That was very difficult to do while okay. Anyways, but I'm like starting to input like all the bullet notes for each chapter, which is essentially each scene. I guess each scene is gonna be its own, chapter at this point. Because I don't know how else to do it for Microsoft Word to where I can, like, still write non-linearly if I need to. That's the whole reason why I like Scrivener so much is that I am able to skip around scenes and I don't have to write linearly. That is pure talent. I would have never been able to do that backwards. It was difficult. That was so difficult. It didn't help that I had to look at the computer screen that I'm looking at right now in order to do it because obviously I couldn't see it because it was facing you guys. That was difficult. That was very difficult. Um, yeah. But what I'm doing is I'm trying out Bethany Atazada's way of outlining and drafting, which is all through Microsoft Word. And she sets it up where she's got like, her title page and then her chapters, and she's able to click from chapter to chapter. And within that the body of the chapter, she does her bullet outline, which is what she wants to see in that chapter. And then when she goes to write it, she hits enter a couple of times so that the bullet outline is further down of the page. And then she'll start writing, and then she'll just delete the bullet whenever she finishes that bullet, and so on and so forth. So we're going to try that out, see if I like that way of drafting. If anything, I think I might like this way of outlining. We'll see how I like it with drafting. I really want, I don't know what I want when it comes to writing programs. I basically want Scrivener, but I want Scrivener to be updated in the sense of like the goal settings and to have different types of features. Like Scrivener itself has so many features, which is great, but it has certain features that I want and it doesn't have it. Like with NovelPad, I love their goal setting with the calendar. And I love that they have the option to where you can look at each scene or you can look at each character and what scenes they appear in. And that gives you like a rough estimate of how many words that POV character has. And if you feel like one character is too heavy on the words, you can add more scenes for the other character or vice versa. And you can do that with the locations as well. And Scrivener doesn't have that. But I like the drafting portion of Scrivener. And I like that you can drag and drop and that you can see it as a cork board. But there's so many things that I wish Scrivener had that they don't have. And I haven't found my perfect writing program yet. So we'll see. Back in the day when I first started writing, obviously all I used was Word because that's all I had. And I feel like maybe it's just time to go back to the basics. I gave up playing with Campfire. It doesn't really have what I want, although I can see it working for world building. Yes, I am in the same boat as you. I love Campfire for the world building and for basically the whole like series Bible type of thing. I don't like it for the drafting at all. I don't like it. I could never draft in it. I tried multiple times. and I just kinda gave up because I don't like the drafting. Um, and I like parts of Campfire for, like, the world building in the series Bible, but I feel like it could be better. How? I don't know yet, but it's just there's something about it that just doesn't click with me, and, like, I'll start to do, like, the world building, and then I'll get very confused, and I don't know if it's just because it's a steep learning curve, but I feel like there is something that could just make it better, and I don't know what it is. Yeah, the drafting is not it for me for Campfire. Um, yeah, no. Honestly, I feel like right now, Scrivener is the way to go when it comes to drafting because you don't have to draft linearly if you don't want to. You can drag and drop scenes if you feel like the scene needs to go in earlier. You can like, Scrivener is probably, like, the crème de la crème, but for some reason, I keep steering away from Scrivener lately, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because it's not, like, perfect for me, but none of these programs are perfect for me, and I just want someone to create the perfect writing program for me, and I haven't seen it, and it drives me bonkers. Like, it almost makes me want to go back to school to learn, like, programming or something so that I can create my own writing software, but I don't have time for that. Oh my gosh. Ugh, I feel like I complain about this all the time, it's like beating a dead horse, and ugh, I'm so frustrated. What I need to do is I need to make friends with someone who knows how to create software and tell them what I want and have them make it for me. If only, right? Like, I just want the perfect writing software. Ugh. Alright, last call on planting a tree with me because we're gonna start this next sprint in about a minute. Um, yeah, um, I don't know if I was gonna say anything or not. I don't remember. Um, oh, this Wednesday, I have an interview, so I won't be doing a live stream for why is this side curlier than this side today? Because it's, like, uneven. It's driving me nuts. We're just gonna do that. Anyways, this Wednesday morning, I'm not going to be here for a live stream because I have an interview at noon. So I'll be getting ready and whatnot prior to that. But I will be here Wednesday night. And to make up for not having one on Wednesday morning, I will most likely do one on Friday morning or like Friday early afternoon because my husband will also be home. So if I need him to go pick up the kids from school because I'm still live streaming, it's totally fine. He can do it. And then Sunday, we will do an all day live stream event. One of those live streams will be dedicated solely to the choose your own adventure brainstorming experiment that we're doing. I want to say it's going to be the second stream. So, probably the one that is around 2 or 3 p.m. Central Time. Um, is the one that we will go over the results and we'll do some live brainstorming. And then after that, I will come up with a new survey that goes that answer that asks you questions on what we brainstormed and whatnot. Um, so there's that. And then so the morning and the evening streams for Sunday will be dedicated to sprints. But the middle one will most likely be dedicated to the choose your own adventure brainstorming experiment. And then my husband's actually off on Monday and Tuesday, and the kids are on spring break next week. So I might be able to do a live stream Monday or Tuesday during the day at some point. So that's what the schedule is kind of looking like for the live streaming. And then tonight, I believe I'm going to finish editing my latest writing vlog, which I kind of did in a week. So I might be on that weekly writing vlog track again. I'm hoping to edit that and upload it and have it ready to go for tomorrow morning. Crossing my fingers that actually happens. If not, I will edit it and upload it and post it tomorrow at some point. Regardless, it's gonna go up tomorrow. And then yeah, I think that's the schedule for the next week. Let's see. Nikki, facts about curvy wheelchair girl. She's confident and proud of her curvy figure despite social pressures. She's strong willed, independent, but also seeks companionship and understanding. Hardworking. She's not really looking for love. She's happy being independent, but she's also not opposed to finding and falling in love. She's not exactly happy with her curves, but proud of them because that's who she is. I love that. That's awesome. I'm so happy you were able to flesh that out. Um, we're gonna go ahead and do this sprint. It might be the last sprint because it's already 10:20 or almost 10:20 for me. Um, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make this the last sprint. Michelle also says that that sounds great, Nikki. Yeah, this is gonna be the last sprint. That way I can have a little bit of time to actually do some of the editing for the vlog, crossing my fingers. Um, or go and have a bowl of cereal. Who knows? Because I'm kind of hungry, even though it's almost 10:30 at night. All right, we are gonna go ahead and start the tree and start the timer. I will see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. Okay, and that was that sprint. How did we do? Um, I go. I am at 344 words, so I did actually do some writing, which is awesome. Um, but it's not as much as I was hoping to do. I definitely got distracted with the whole formatting, but now that I have the formatting done with my manuscript for right now, like I have it as like a 6 by 9 size and it's looking bookish. I'm just gonna flip my whoo. So like it's looking bookish, you know. So that's really, really exciting. Um, but I was hoping to get a little bit more words in, but that's okay. Um, I'm happy that I have it looking pretty nice and that I actually started writing. Um, because sometimes that's the hardest thing, right? How did you guys do? They're not great skills. All I had to do was scroll. I didn't have to like move the mouse around. I just had to scroll, scroll, which is an easy motion. But I appreciate I appreciate it. Again, that was the last sprint for this stream. I will be back again Wednesday night at probably 7:30 Central Time. So that will be 5:30 Pacific. No. Yeah, 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 Eastern Time on Wednesday evening. And then I will do a live stream at some point on Friday. I don't know what time yet. And then on Sunday, I will be doing it all day. I think the first one will start at 10:30 in the morning for Central Time, and the second stream will be either 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Not standard, daylight time, Central Time. We're gonna do that. Um, and the second stream will be the stream where we go over the results of the last or the first survey for the Choose Your Own Adventure brainstorming experiment that we're attempting. And we'll do some live brainstorming together as well. And I'll take notes on what I need to ask for the second survey during that as well. And then hopefully the second survey will be done and ready by the time that the third stream starts, which will go back into actual sprinting. And then I'm hoping to do a live stream or two on Monday or Tuesday of next week. But that will be determined at a later time. As always, you can find me down in the Discord server that is located and linked down below. I am at a loss for words today. Um, Michelle got 133 words, also got distracted on a fantasy name generator. Nice. Which one are you using? I sometimes get lost with names, and if I don't put a name in, I sometimes give up and I go see a shiny different idea. Um, I've started to get into the habit of putting TK find name later, just so that I don't get hung up on it, but I'm always curious to see what you guys use as, generators for names. Um, Also linked below is the survey if you want to participate in, um, our brainstorming project. There are 15 responses so far, and I'm super excited for it. Um, but yeah, I am going to call it a night, and I'm going to hopefully get this vlog edited, um, and so that I can have it ready to go up live tomorrow morning. Nikki, thanks for all the help I needed to distract myself tonight because we got more bad news about a family member that passed away on Friday. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. You and I are in the same boat. The bad news just keeps on kicking. You're fine to share things here with me. Um, I am so sorry that you have to go through that. We had a funeral to go to this past Saturday. I have another one to go to, a wake on Wednesday, the funeral on Thursday of this week, and got lots of bad news on my one grandpa and another friend. And it's just 2024 has been a year of just getting punched, it seems like. And I am hoping that things start to turn around for all of us because it seems like I'm not alone in this boat. Yes, Nikki, so sorry. Yeah, I'm really hoping 2024 starts to turn around because we really it needs to go away. I am so over all the bad news. Last week I was doing a lot of journaling in my morning pages, and I decided to journal and just get everything out that was in my head, and I was going through all of the bad news that we've gotten in literally the past, like, I wanna say 5 weeks. And it was like, I think there were 10 different instances of people we know going into the hospital, um, people we know getting cancer diagnoses, um, heart attacks, death. It has not been a fun month and a half at all. And, it's just 2024 needs to turn around. Needs to turn around. We've got my brother's wedding in September. We've got my brother-in-law's wedding in October. Like, we need to start getting good stuff so that we can enjoy later on in the year. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a year. Like, it's starting to shape up like how 2022 was, and 2022 was not great at all. I appreciate that, Nikki. Thank you. And you can message me as well if you need to just vent. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. That is terrible. Ugh. Yeah, 2024 definitely needs to get its shit together for sure. Ugh. Yeah. But Nikki, seriously, if you need someone to vent to, I have been through quite a few friends and family members who have done this themselves. So, I am here if you need a vent because sometimes that's all we need is to just vent and for someone to listen. Um, yeah, 2024. Let's let's get it together, please. You're welcome. But I am going to hop off. I need to get some I need to get a snack in me. I feel like the grilled cheese that I had for dinner just wasn't enough. So I'm probably gonna go, like, have a bowl of cereal or something, and probably gonna I'm gonna attempt to do the editing of the vlog. We'll see how that works out. If not, I will edit and upload the vlog tomorrow. It's going up regardless tomorrow, whether it's at 6 in the morning, like if I scheduled it, or if it's at like noon. It's going up sometime tomorrow. But yeah, thanks, Michelle. I appreciate that. So does Nikki. Cereal for the win. Absolutely. Alrighty. I am glad that you guys were able to get some stuff done. Um, Again, I will be in the Discord if you want to do any sprinting at some point this week when I'm not live streaming. If you just want to talk, find me on the Discord. But thanks for sprinting with me. I will see you guys later. But have a good night, everyone.